Hey guys, welcome back to Sportsbot. In this episode of Game of Muscles, we are going to break down some of the most badass UFC moments in 2024 so far. First up, we have a bloody Strickland during his middleweight championship match against Du Plessis at UFC 297 in Toronto, Canada. The fight fittingly headlined the year-opening pay-per-view in 2024 as Du Plessis won by split decision and became the first UFC world champion from South Africa. The victory stirred controversy as many including Dana White felt Strickland should have won the fight. Next we have Topuria, the first Spanish UFC world champion, reacting to his knockout victory against Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 298 in Anaheim, California. Ilya secured his place in history books by knocking out Volk in 3 minutes 32 seconds of round 2 to claim the featherweight title. Ilya is now set to make his first title defense against the reigning BMF champion Max Holloway at UFC 308 in October. In this shot, we see Max Holloway celebrating moments after his knockout win against Justin Gaethje at the landmark UFC 300 event in Las Vegas. While Max won the fight by KO in the final second, the fight is remembered as one of the most thrilling conclusions in recent UFC history. Holloway famously pointed at the center of the octagon with 10 seconds remaining in the fight as both fighters traded blows before Holloway pulled off the finishing knockout punch. Now, here is the former interim lightweight champion Dustin Poirier during his fight against Islam Makhachev for the undisputed belt at UFC 302. This was the event that saw UFC introducing the golden gloves for championship fights. Despite Islam being the better fighter of the two, Dustin displayed a valiant effort before losing by submission in round 5. Up next, we see Alex Pereira doing the iconic cabbie celebration after knocking out Jamahal Hill in the main event of UFC 300 in Las Vegas. Pereira came in as the light heavyweight champion, having earned the vacant title by defeating Prochazka at UFC 295. The fight is best remembered for Pereira telling referee Herb Dean not to stop the fight after a low blow only to knock the former champion out seconds later. Now, look at this spine-chilling stare-down between Alex Pereira and Prochazka ahead of the rematch at UFC 303. Having previously knocked out Prochazka at UFC 295 to claim the light heavyweight belt, Pereira went all guns blazing and knocked out Yuri yet again. This was Pereira's second fight of 2024 and fourth overall in the last year. Next, we see the interim UFC heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall celebrating his win over Curtis Blades at UFC 304 in Manchester, UK. Aspinall, who won the interim belt by beating Sergey Pavlovich at UFC 295, continued to show why he deserves an undisputed title shot against John Jones by knocking out Blades only a minute into their fight. Despite the UFC and Dana White's plan for a potential John Jones vs Stipe Miocic fight at UFC 309, Aspinall is making his case loud and clear. Finally, we have Israel Adesanya and Du Plessis locking eyes ahead of their middleweight championship bout at UFC 305 in Perth, Australia. This marked Adesanya's first appearance in the octagon in 2024 after nearly a year away following his title loss to Strickland. Although Adesanya looked far better this time, the fight concluded with Du Plessis winning by submission in the 4th round. So fight fan, we are sure the UFC will deliver more such iconic moments going ahead in 2024. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Until next time, keep watching Game of Muscles right here on Sportsbot.